going to talk about the state, championship. And we're going to recap that. So I'm going to present my screen. All right. And so we at JCPS, we had 38% of all level 3 projects. So 38% of the projects that went on to that final round were JCPS schools. So I mean, that's pretty amazing when you consider like how big of an impact we had on Stlp this year. And just going back to the 2015-2016 school year, we had 9 schools in all that participate in Stlp, and the next year we had 14. And this year we had 84 schools participate in Stlp. So it's just been a dramatic rise in our number of schools that participate in Stlp. And in fact, the fact that we had 38% of the schools there at the end, I mean, that's pretty amazing. Of those schools at the end, 7 of the top 20 projects in the state were JCPS schools. So that's a big deal too. We had 7 of the top 20 projects in the state this year. So really cool thing there. And what Deborah was just talking about last year, how we had all kind of pivot to the Stlp at Home project, which Blake ended up winning. But we had so many schools last year drop out, and understandably so, because we were shifting into NTI. And to come back a year later and really have that same format and to have all of these schools participate in that virtual format, really amazing thing. So thank you for that. We had 1 state runner-up. The elementary runner-up in the state was Norton Commons Elementary with their diverse bookfinders project. It was just all about finding diverse authors and diverse books that showcase diversity in their library and making sure they stock their library with those books. So really cool project. And I've linked that later on. I'll show you where to find that project if you want to take a look at it later. And then we had 31 product and challenge winners. So, and that's what I'm really proud of our DPOJ effort this year too, because that's always been a thing for me. Is I know our kids are doing the work. They're doing the graphic design. They're doing the infographics. They're doing the multimedia projects. And so this is really great vindication to see that, hey, we had 31 winners in those categories. And you may have just joined late or whatever, but I was talking to Deborah and Carrie about this. Everything your kids do in Stlp, whether it's the projects or the products or the challenges, everything they do is backpack. Okay, so when you think about backpack artifacts, you guys are lucky. You don't have to stop, drop, and backpack and create we're doing backpack this week. Your kids have done backpack all year long. Everything they do in Stlp is backpack. So it's a great backpack artifact for them as well. So think about that. 7 of the top 20, and here are the schools. We had Fern Creek, Greenwood, Klondike Lane, Middletown. Norton Commons again was a state runner-up, Conway Middle and Ballard High School. I'm really most proud of, when I think about Stlp, we have such a diverse range of schools. We have all different levels. We have K through 12. We have schools from all over the county represented here. I mean, it's just amazing, that we've got this diversity in our program. So I'm really excited about that. And so again, 7 of the top 20 in the state. That's something really to be proud of. And so thank you for that. Good job, guys. And was anybody on here that was a first-year coordinator at their school? I think most of these people are returning coordinators, honestly. When I'm looking at this list, I think all these people are in at least their second year. Go ahead.
Right. I was
Paula,
first year at Middletown.
Oh, Paula was first year. See, there you go. And so that's pretty amazing. First year coordinator, and you're in the top 20. So that's a stage for next year.
Yeah, you could have knocked.
And what's funny is Vanita
with a feather.
Vanita Burnett, who was the coordinator last year at Blake Elementary, who won the top project in the state. They won the overall champion. She's now at Greenwood Elementary. So she took her Stlp stuff from Blake to Greenwood, and look, they finished in the top 20 again. And so that's kind of what happens with, Kathy Hanna at Western Middle, she had top 10 projects for 3 years in a row. And so this kind of if you're in this top 7, you're kind of good footing for next year even. So great stuff, guys. And so then we talk about our product and challenge winners. We had 31 of those. And if you look at the leaderboard Conway Middle had 5 of the 31. So Conway, great job, Conway and Mary. Mazik had 4, Bowen had 3, and so we had schools that had multiple winners. But then we had a lot of people that just had the one off, which is great as well. And again, such diversity in our schools here in the winners of these products and challenges. So excellent job there. And if you want a full list of the winners, you can go to jcps.me/STLP. I'm not sure how long Jeff is going to keep up the state championship website, but it'll always be here for you on this JCPS website. I've got a rundown here of all the stuff written up. And then I've got the award section, and here is, again, all the kids that won product or challenge. There's the image for them there. And so lots of stuff to look at there and get great ideas for next year. So again, excellent job, guys, on that. I'm really proud of you for leading during this year, the NTI 2.0 as of our year, and like leading STLP the way you did, because you led very big, and it was it really wouldn't have been STLP this year at a state level without JCPS doing what it was doing. So any thoughts on that? Anybody want to talk or share anything about their experience with state? Did you have kids that when you shared with your kids that they won something, were they really excited?
I went into all of the classrooms and showed this about a 10-minute snippet of the announcements. So they didn't know.
Oh, okay.
They had no idea what I was doing. They thought I was crazy.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So there was lots of screaming going on. So that was exciting.
That's amazing. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, we don't get to. I mean, I was excited every time I saw your guys' schools pop across the screen. I was really excited about it. But to see your kids' reactions when they figure out they've won, that's amazing too. And I wish I'd been able to see some of that. And it's really cool, like when you're in person, which we don't know next year whether it's going to be virtual or in person at this point. But it's one of the cool things in person to kind of see those reactions of like, oh wow, I won something. Speaking of that, hopefully those trophies will come in before the end of school, and if they do, I'll get those out to you so you can get them to the kids, and then they'll really be excited because they got a trophy. So perfect on that. All right, somebody posting in the chat, or somebody's raised their hand. Who's raised their hand?
That's me. Hey, Russ. I was going to say about reactions. So I actually had my STLP team join me in a meet when they were doing the results show live. And my school, went to level 3. So I was proud of my students. But my daughter actually won the Minecraft for middle school division. And I invited her to join us. She was in my STLP in elementary, but so I recorded that segment where the results were announced, and my daughter came into my office area and at home here. And so anyway, so that was pretty fun. So I shared that with my students at my school that, they all know my daughter. So.
Okay. So she's Jade B from Crosby.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. So that's great. So what happened there was Crosby didn't have any Minecraft entries. So Jennifer reached out to their coordinator, Michael, and was like, hey, can my daughter enter a Minecraft thing under Crosby's name for STLP? And she did. And look, she was a first place winner for state. So that's pretty amazing there that kind of transpired the way it did. So excellent. Yeah. And I slighted Cochran a little bit in the county. Sorry. They have three winners actually after all. So not 2, they've got 3. so good job on that. There they are. There's 1, 2, and the third one was up there. Yeah. So excellent job on that, guys. And so I appreciate you with that. And with that, I do want to announce our STLP coordinator of the year. And this is something I want to start doing every year, is just do a coordinator of the year award. And I always said, like, if we're going to do an award, I want it to be like an actual like award and not something that's like a certificate. Certificates are nice or whatever, but like something really tangible that, you'd be proud to have on your mantle or on your desk or whatever. And so the person this year that's going to be our STLP coordinator of the year, they had 15 DPOJs submitted. They submitted 15 DPOJs from their school. Okay. And they had several winners. And they also submitted multiple STLP projects for two regionals, and that moved on to state, of course. And they really embraced the idea that STLP is their whole school. And so, with that being said, our STLP coordinator of the year this year is Mary Sithu from Conway Middle School. Mary Sithu from Conway Middle School is our STLP coordinator of the year. And so, Mary, I know you had to. I think
Thank
there
you.
she is. No problem.
Thank you. I never expected that. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Absolutely. And so I'll be getting this to you after testing next week. So, because I don't want to interrupt anybody during testing. So, of course. But after testing, I will bring this out to you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for that. And
Thank
so,
you.
again, great year this year, guys. If you've not filled out that form, like I said, please fill out that form and let me know whether you're coming back or not. What else? And then I'll also on Monday will be the last STLP 3 things I'll send you. And one of the things I'm going to send you is just a list of schools that don't have STLP. And so if you know somebody at those schools, please reach out to them and say, hey, think about becoming the STLP coordinator at this school, okay? Because I really want every school to have STLP. It's amazing we have 84, but I want 150. So thank you guys for everything you did this year. And